everybody. I think we're live. Hope we're live. It's been a little bit. I don't know if I'm going live or not.
Wait, are we there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Welcome to Saturdays with Steph, and we're giggling already. So this is going to be fun.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Live at 5 every Saturday, and I'm here with my best friend and my best quilters sewing buddy, Yvette.
That's me.
Yay! Oh my goodness. So we were talking for a few minutes before we started today, and we've got a whole mess of stuff to tell you guys about.
Yes.
So hope you got your pants on.
And I don't know, like you're sitting down and have something to drink and maybe a snack. No,
Focus
don't hear that long.
a notepad, get all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So I just want to say hello to everybody here in the chat. I see a lot of you already talking to each other, which is amazing. I love that. There's a bunch of people that are coming to the Pennsylvania retreat that are saying, can't wait for 3 weeks, guys, 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Very
It's
excited.
like, I don't know about you guys or even Yvette, but this week when I got back, I started unpacking and started organizing. And I was like, oh, I've got time to get everything ready for Pennsylvania. And then my husband's like, you only got like 3 weeks.
I know. My husband was like, I mean, unpack, but
Yeah.
you're about to go. I had to unpack because we had people coming here to give us like quotes on moving. And
Yeah.
so, I didn't want to, Jim was like, you're not going to have like all your stuff laid out over the bed and everything. I was like, well, I would have, because why take everything out? But I had to, so it was just like, well, guess I'll be repacking all the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, crazy. It's going to be a whirlwind, but it's going to be so much fun. We had such a good time with the ladies in Washington. Nicest, sweetest ladies ever. I am so happy that we met them, and I cannot wait to go back and see them again. So we'll show you guys a little bit of that here in a minute. I did really quick want to plug Fort Worth Fabric Studio. As most of you know that follow me, I do their sew-alongs for them on my YouTube channel, and that starts this Monday. So if you've gotten the kit, then make sure you've got your fabrics all starched, pressed, whatever you like to do. The cutting instructions and the first week's sewing come out Monday morning, and the video comes out about an hour later. So I hope you'll come sew along with me. If you didn't get the kit, they're still available. There's a link to Fort Worth Fabric Studio down in my description box below. They have them ready to go. So if you order it, they're going to shoot it out to you so you can catch up, or you can sew along with your own stash. So that's one of the things I love about Fort Worth, is that they give you the patterns for free each week. So if you can't get the kit, you can go ahead and use your stash. I think that's great of them. So
Yeah.
just want to shout that out really quick. Let's see who's in the chat. Anybody asking anything yet? You're better at looking at the chat than I am usually.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
Well, I can only see if someone has actually tagged me, and no one has tagged me.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't see anything. Sherry is asking if that is Buttercup and Slate behind you.
That is. So the quilt top behind me is a Corey Yoder pattern called Down Home. It's in her Etsy shop, Coriander Quilts. I should have put that link down below. I forgot, because I know a few people have asked me about this quilt. But it is Buttercup and Slate. That's her new fabric line that is just coming out. I've got a few of the preview pre-cuts, but the rest of the pre-cuts are on the way, as is the yardage. And I also know that she's doing a free sew along that'll be starting, I think, near the end of September. So go to corianderquilts.com, her blog, to look for that. But yeah, this is the new Buttercup and Slate, and I love it. I did this at the retreat. This is one of the things I worked on. So yeah.
She got a whole quilt done.
Well,
And one of the ladies who was there, we'll be talking about this a little bit
Yes.
more, got like 3 quilts done.
yes. So I had my slow machine. She had a straight stitch machine, which is usually what I sew on. And it took me 2 days to finish this quilt after I cut it out. And I was like, man, if I only had my straight stitch machine, I could have finished spitting this stuff out. But I'm going to take a note from her book in the future because Shelley, her name was Shelley Clark. Shelley was very smart to cut out everything before she came. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that is a very good point to make, that she did have everything cut before, but I can guarantee you that even if I had everything cut before, I wouldn't even finish one quilt.
But I was like, why didn't I think of that? I should have done that. She told me that she cut for about a month and a half before she came. So she was that girl. But she is a prolific quilter. She spit things out so quickly and beautifully.
Oh my gosh.
And her use of color, she loves color. I can tell from all the quilts that she made. They're beautiful. So we'll show you guys that in a minute. But
yeah,
I want to be her when I grow up.
Oh my goodness, right?
Yeah. So, oh, this isn't a kit. This is just a pattern from her called Down Home. And then I used her new fabric, the Buttercup and Slate. So it used fat eighths. So it was really, really, was it fat eighths or fat quarters? Now I don't remember. I might have told you guys wrong. It might be fat quarters. I don't know. But it was like 15 or 16 of them. So it didn't take a whole lot of fabric. And then I used her coriander seeds for the background. So her tone on tones.
Awesome.
Okay, so I was trying to decide whether to show you guys my fabric haul first or the pictures from the retreat first. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys my fabric haul, and then you'll have to bear with me because you all know I'm not a technology person. And fingers crossed.
It was working perfectly when we were on together.
It
so
was. So hopefully it'll work again, and I'll be able to show you guys some pictures from the retreat. So I'll show you my fabric first because I know if you guys watched Yvette's live the other day, which hopefully you did, if you didn't, go back and watch it. She showed you her entire fabric haul, which was amazing.
It was a lot.
Yes, from the fabric shop.
I folded it all up and it's sitting over there and it's literally like this high.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh my goodness.
So, one of Yvette's favorite designers, Corey D'Antini, they had like, I think almost every line she's ever done. And
they had a lot. They didn't have everything, but they had a lot.
A lot. Yeah. So Yvette went a little crazy. So if you want to see what she got, go watch her video from this past Wednesday, her live, because she took almost an hour to show us all her fabric.
It was a lot. Yeah.
It was quite the haul, but pretty awesome. So
it is pretty awesome. Right. I'm excited.
If you guys have any questions in the meantime, I'm going to show you my fabric. Yvette will watch the chat. But the very first thing that I got, and I'm not a huge Tula Pink fan. I like some of her stuff, but I don't love all of her stuff. That's okay. It's just my taste. But one of the lines that I really love her.
It's okay.
One of the lines that I really loved was her, the first two lines I really loved, her line works and her handmade line. And I didn't know about her handmade line until it was pretty much already going out of shops. So when we were at this shop, I found a jelly roll of her handmade line, which is the one that had like the sewing machines and all the sewing notions on it. And hello, the colors, blues, purples, yes, please. So I got that because I could not leave that. Okay, and then where's the big one? I have been looking at this kit from Elizabeth Hartman for a long time. Now I did take the pattern out and I can't find it. It's floating somewhere around my house. I tried to find it to show it to you guys, but it's her Rainbow Rainforest pattern and quilt kit. I've been looking at this kit for a long time. It's a fairly expensive kit and you guys will see why.
Oh, I think I have the pattern. Hold on.
Look at all the fabrics in there. I think there's like 30 yards of fabric or something. It's like a crazy amount of fabric. So not only was the kit cheaper at the quilt shop that we went to, but we also, being a retreater, got 20% off. So I purchased this kit because I've been wanting it for a long time and I just couldn't justify spending the amount of money on it. But because it was already on sale plus a 20% off, I snatched it up. There we go. Jill said she's the same way with Tula Pink. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm not the only one. All right, and then for those of, did you find the pattern?
What's the name of the pattern?
I think it's like Rainbow Rainforest or something Rainforest.
I got Fancy Forest.
No, I know it's Rainforest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's robots.
I'll find the pattern eventually and I'll show it to you guys, but
Well, of course you will.
couldn't find it for today. So, I know that some of you watching get the So Yeah Basics box. Not everybody does, but the 1 month that I've really went gaga for their basics box was a month that they had Stonehenge. And I'd seen that fabric before, but I never had any. And it's still, the fat quarters are still sitting in a drawer. I don't know what to do with it yet. I'll figure it out. But I love the fabric. And when I was at this fabric store, they had the wide back that matched. And so I got the wide back. So it's this, it's really pretty. Purples and blues and greens. And it matches the Stonehenge that we got from So Yeah perfectly. So I picked up that. And then I picked up, this fabric is one that also Yvette got. So you guys may have seen it over on her channel. But I got this Ghastly's fabric, which is really hard to find. And I liked it because I liked the sewing machine on it. And then I got the coordinating fabric that went with it because I'm going to turn this into some sort of bag. And I'll use this on the outside and this on the inside. Okay, the next two things I got were kind of things that I found. Another gal at the retreat had bought some of this fabric and showed me, and I was like, I have to have that because I wanted something to remember Seattle. And I went back the next day to the fabric store to get a piece of it, and then I found this other fabric as well. So here's the Seattle fabric, which also Yvette got. So if you watched her live, you may have already seen it. But it's got the Seattle skyline, it's got orcas, all Seattle stuff. There's a ferry boat somewhere on there. I hope you guys can see that. It's got vineyards on here because they have wine out there. So really nice. I'm gonna make something to remember our trip. I really love that fabric.
This is the rainbow rainforest.
Oh, you found it?
Yep.
Yay. Okay, that's it right there. So that's the pattern that goes with my kit that I'll eventually find.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, and then the last thing I got, because I definitely didn't spend as near as much as Yvette did.
Oh.
Is I got this panel that I found when, actually I think Yvette found it when we went back to, did you find it? I think you did. When we went back to,
remember I had seen all of that the first time we were there.
Oh yeah.
Because I just happened to be in that area.
Yeah. So I went back to get that Seattle fabric and I found this panel and I couldn't leave without it. It's a panel of the Great Lakes.
I really like it. I mean, I don't live in the Great Lakes, but I thought it was really pretty.
And I was like, look, I live right there. I literally live about a mile off the southern shore of Lake Erie. So I could not leave this in the shop. I'm going to make a wall hanging and hang it down here in my sewing space. And then there's two little like side panels on it too that you can turn into like little, throw pillows or something.
Little pillow.
Yeah. I thought that'd be cute. Throw on the couch or something. But I couldn't not have that. So I tried to control myself. I didn't do too badly. I
was doing fine till Corey Dantini showed up.
Yes, you actually were. You were doing really good until then. So yep. I don't know what I'm gonna make with that Seattle fabric. I want something that will last. Not something that like my kids are gonna throw around. Like, I don't mean throw around in a bad way, but like, quilts, you put them on the couch, they drag them all around and stuff. Kids. Yeah. I want something that, whether it's a bag or maybe a throw pillow from my bed in our room where they can't touch it. But I just wanted something to remember Seattle because I absolutely loved it there. It's so pretty and gorgeous. A lot of it reminds me of over here in Ohio by the lake, but they have different trees. Like we have more maple and oak. We do have some pine, but they have so much evergreen there. It's just beautiful. So I had the greatest time and I loved the area. So I wanted something to remember it.
Holy cow. Like Jelly Bean he is being so clingy today. He's in my lap. He won't move.
I saw him.
I had to put him down to like go get the pattern for you. And now he's back again. He's like,
oh goodness gracious.
My goodness. I love
All
them.
right, so now I'm going to attempt to bring up the pictures to show you guys. I don't have a lot of pictures. Yvette and I were talking about this. We didn't do a very good job of taking very many pictures.
Man, we were bad. We
We
were
were
bad.
back because we were having so much fun with the ladies. I just didn't even
I
think about,
know.
stopping
We
to take
keep
pictures.
we have like a big list of like notes to self.
Right. Right. So I'm going to attempt to show you guys these pictures. Hopefully it will work. Okay, here we go. Can you see that, Yvette?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this first picture is a picture of Mount Rainier. And this is from my airplane. I was doing the typical tourist thing, like, ooh, look at the mountain. And people around me were like, yeah, okay. I found it very interesting because when I flew there, there was like mountains, 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 like small mountains, and then Mount Rainier, and then Seattle, boom, like out of nowhere.
Right.
It was like, oh, there's mountains, then there's a city.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting to me that all of a sudden it like popped up out of nowhere. And then the next thing I saw in my plane coming in, the sun was setting because I came in at night, and this was Puget Sound. So the sun was setting over the sound, and I just thought that was really pretty. So I snapped a picture of it. It doesn't come out as good as I had hoped because obviously it's through the plane window, but I still like looking at it.
I think it looks great. That looks great.
Yeah, and you could see some of the mountains in the background, so I love it.
Yep.
This picture is a picture of from the balcony that was outside Yvette and Mai's room. We were looking out over the railing, and those leaves on the railing are grapevines. There's grapevines all over this house. It was really, really neat.
Yeah.
And you can see a little bit of the sound out there in the background. So this next thing was just something that I thought was really cute.
Oh my gosh, me too.
It was this little fairy house attached to the side of the tree in their garden at the retreat center. And I just thought it was cute. So I took a picture of it. I know I'm a little crazy like that. It's okay.
That's why we get along so well.
Right. Okay, the next picture is this is one of our retreaters. This is Shelley, and she's from Washington State. And
She's the prolific quilter.
Yes, the prolific quilter. That's her name. These are two of the quilts that she made. She finished 3 tops while she was there, and I don't know why, but I didn't get a picture of the third one. But as you can see, she likes a lot of color. This Tula Pink one is just amazing, and the other one is so bright and colorful. They're just gorgeous. And one of the fabrics that she bought, she's the one who bought this Seattle fabric, and we're like, oh, we have to have that. Okay. One of the fabrics that she bought was this rainbow backing with butterflies on it. It was the prettiest fabric. So she definitely likes color. This one is Mona, who is in the chat down there below. You know her as Balloonist. And she came all the way up from Arizona. She is an amazing lady. She travels all over the place in her camper all by herself. She's a hot air balloonist. I just think she's the coolest lady. But we made these little zipper pouches. So this is her pouch, or zipper, drawstring pouches. The project that Yvette led, and this is her pouch finished. And then this was her quilt that she started. She got a good start on this mountain quilt. So really, really nice. And then this is the girl on the left is Shannon, and the one on the right with the darker hair is Peggy. And the quilt down here below is Shannon's quilt, of course, because she's standing in front of it. And this one over here to the right is Peggy's quilt. And they both did some amazing work. This one up here is using that Nantucket Summer line from Camille Ross Kelly. So I was loving watching it evolve because y'all know I love those colors. So that was fun. And Shannon made this big, huge quilt. It's so pretty. I don't remember how big it is, but it was huge. So she got that whole thing done at the retreat. These ladies were amazing.
Yeah, that's Tilda fabric.
Yes, yes.
Just in case anybody's interested.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these two were from a quilter we're lovingly calling Jill. Her screen name here is Math Geek, but we're not going to tell you her real name. She wanted privacy, and we're totally fine with that, of course. But I did want to show you her projects because she did such a good job. This quilt on the left, she started and finished there, and it's just beautiful. The fabrics had like a metallic sheen to them. And then this little red, white, and blue project was from, I believe it was from a Fat Quarter Shop patriotic box from maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, I
And
think
she
so.
finished both of them and they were just amazing. And all these ladies also did one of the drawstring bags, but I didn't get a picture of all of them. See, with the picture thing.
You got a lot more pictures than I did. Look at all of these.
Yeah.
You took pictures
Yeah.
of each of their stuff. I feel like a loser.
And then this is our lovely Lucille, who loves purple. If you can't tell, she's got purple hair. She had mostly purple. She's a girl after my own heart because she had blues and purples and gray fabrics, which are all up my alley. And she was making this paper pieced elephant quilt that is going to be absolutely amazing. And I hope she shares a picture of it when she gets done because I think it's just going to be gorgeous. She got the trunk done and she got a good chunk of one of the ears done here. So,
yep,
really nice. And this is Yvette's paper piecing.
Oh, geez.
This is, I didn't get a picture of her second piece. She had a bunch of other pieces up too, but this is the center, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be the very center of her Judy Niemeyer quilt, Alchemist Crystals.
Yes, ma'am. You got that right.
So it's absolutely gorgeous. And she made some progress on it. And the good thing was
a little bit of progress.
A little bit, but the good thing is she got herself organized because she, you know, you guys know she's moving and everything. So it's kind of been hard for her. So she took the time to get organized, which is important. So and this is Del Marie. A lot of you know her because she's in Piecing It Real. She's on our lives all the time. Sweet, sweet lady. And she's also working, she was working on a Judy Niemeyer. Yvette actually was showing her how to work on that. So I know that she really appreciated that. She got it all cut out, got the fabric all cut out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and she was starting to sew on it, but I unfortunately didn't get a picture. She had one piece done. I didn't get a picture of it because it was near the end, but she did finish this little project bag or the little drawstring bag, and she gave it to me. So that was so nice because I love the colors. So thank you, Del Marie. And then Yvette was talking about the shop we went to the other day. So I decided to pop in, this is the last picture. I decided to pop in this picture of the quilt shop so you guys could see what we were talking about as far as it being packed literally from floor to ceiling. It was a nightmare for me. Miss OCD, everything needs a place. I went in for a few minutes and I had to step outside and take some fresh air because it was very overwhelming. They have everything.
Yep.
If you can't find something in this shop to buy, then I don't know what kind of quilter you are, but they have literally everything. They have almost every, not every, but almost every fabric manufacturer maker fabric in there.
Yeah, even some that are already like defunct, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's literally stacked on bolt end ceiling, floor to ceiling. So you really have to get in there and dig. And the first time we went there, Mona had already gone there and warned us. It's kind of crazy, but we weren't prepared for this crazy.
Yeah, no.
So it took me a minute and I collected myself and I went back in and I found some things. But the second time that Yvette and I went back to go pick up that Seattle fabric, it felt a little bit better because we sort of knew what to expect and knew where to find a few things, but kind of chaotic.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Literally they have anything that you could want there. So that was cool. All right, well, that's all the pictures that I have. So I'm going to take that off. That's quite enough. Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
Go back where I can see everybody.
I know. I'm looking to see if anybody tagged us. I don't see.
Jill said, no wonder you had issues at the shop. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was a great shop. I wouldn't tell anybody not to go there.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, you may
need to step out. You may need to, and they get it. You know, it's like that was the other thing is I know when we were in there, you know, I even made a couple of comments where I was like, I that was me. You know, and I was like, I'm a little like it, and I don't really get claustrophobic, but it was there were like some things that I wanted to look at, and you basically had to almost get down on your hands and knees to the back corners because it's a barn.
Yeah.
And that didn't stop them from
Yep.
putting fabric way back there in the bottom. So you could
Yep.
get down on your hands and knees and crawl to the back and find like all these
Treasures.
Yeah, it was like crazy.
Yeah, it was, yeah, it was a good
wonderful
capital.
crazy,
A wonderful crazy after you got used to it. But I'm a bit OCD, so that was like my brain like shut down for a while.
Yeah.
But after it came back, it rebooted. I was okay. I just had to take a breather. But like I said, you can find almost anything there. So like, that's the cool thing. So we found stuff.
We did.
So
we found too much stuff, some of us.
Right. But we had a lovely time. I was glad that the retreat went as well as it did, because obviously if you guys were watching Wednesday, you heard about Yvette's flight issues. So that was kind of stinky. We won't talk about it again, but she had all kinds of delays and it was just a nightmare. But we made it there in one piece. We both had delays on the way home, hers worse than mine, but we made it home in one piece, and that's all that matters. And we had a great time and met some fabulous ladies. So
I mean, if you really want to know, seriously, go watch my live from Wednesday, because I'm not talking about it again. It's done. But if you really want to know, just go back and watch. Plus, you'll get to see my fabric haul, so that'll make it worth it too.
Now somebody's asking
the price.
Their prices. The prices were pretty decent there. Like I said, that kit that I got, I've been watching it, and I mostly shop online now. I know that's an evil word, but there's no fabric stores left around me, or quilt shops, I should say, left around me. There's the big box stores, but I don't really go there. So not for fabric anyway. I'll go for other stuff, but all the local quilt shops right here around me have closed, unfortunately, due to the pandemic and everything. There are quilt shops in Amish country, but that's a couple-hour drive from me. So it's not like I can just go over there and casually like, oh, I need to run and go get this fabric, right? It's a trip.
Right.
So I do order a lot of fabrics online, things that I can't get myself. So I've been watching this kit for quite a while on like 3 or 4 different shops that I order from regularly. This kit was $40 cheaper than I've seen it anywhere else. And then we got the 20% off being retreaters. So yes, the prices were good.
Yeah, I think it depended on what you were looking for, because some of their older fabrics definitely had like good prices on them, and they did have like a clearance sale room. I mean, you're gonna lose your mind when you're in there, but they do have like a clearance room, and so obviously the prices were really good there. But if you were buying some of the higher end fabrics, like Birch Fabrics is all organic, and so their fabric was like $15 a yard, but that's what you're going to pay for that anywhere. So I think personally, I thought that the prices were really good.
I thought so too.
I mean, for the most part, it was, you got like really great prices, and, things that were in demand, like the Tula, the Cafe,
the Gasleys,
the Gasleys, right? Those were all like on par to what you were going to pay anywhere. It's very difficult to find those items in a sale price unless you're like getting the discount like what we got. So we did get that discount, which was great. But their base prices, I think, were good.
I do too. I totally agree. I think like that kit, I would have bought that whether it was a 20% off or not. Because like I said, it was already $40 cheaper than anywhere else. So
right.
I think their prices were really good. It was nice to have the bonus 20% off.
Yes, that was good.
So, yes. But yeah, it was great. So we had a great time, and so much of a great time that we're ready to do it again. We already booked the retreat center for next year. So we're going to be going back.
We're going back.
So we'll have more details about that here in the next few weeks. But yeah, we loved it. We loved it. And I'd like to go another day next time and see a little bit more of the area, because we were kind of on the island the whole time, which was great.
Yeah.
That we have islands up here in Lake Erie, and we've we're island people because we go over to the islands every summer. So I loved that, but we didn't get to see a lot of the area. Like when we drove back to the airport, I'm like, oh, there's the Space Needle.
I know,
And
right?
it was really cool. And you
Well,
could
'cause
see
I
down
have to
into
tell
the
Yeah, because like coming in and the experience I had, you know,
pitch
Steph was
black.
talking about how
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, did you see Mount Rainier?" No. I did not care about Mount Rainier at the moment.
Right, right. Well, I only saw it from the airplane because by the time I got my car and got my luggage to the car, it was pitch black. So I didn't see
Yeah.
anything except the hotel the first
Yes.
night.
Yeah.
So coming back, we drove through Seattle, so we got to see the Space Needle. And then you could look down and we could see a little bit down into the harbor, and there was just hundreds of boats down there, and it was so pretty.
Yeah.
So I'd love
really
to go
nice
down there.
area.
I would love to go down there next time and be able to like spend a couple hours and see some of that stuff.
Well, we're definitely going to do that. I mean, like this experience has, if nothing else, taught me that I need to be better prepared for if something like that should happen again, because you just don't know. So I personally plan on being at each retreat a whole day earlier than I'm supposed to be, because you know, as we were saying, you know, everybody was very nice about it. But for me, you know, I'm like, you know, it's my retreat. It's obviously me and Stephanie, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's my retreat. I should have been there. Like, you know, like and it's no fault of my own or Stephanie's or anybody else's, you know, you may not even think it's the airlines, you know, whatever. But, you know, it just kind of like shows me, you know, we're still learning here. There's certain things that we don't need to learn because we already know. Like she and I both love to teach. We love meeting people. We love the, you know, all of that part. I think we're good on. You know, we know what people want. We know what's going to bring people back because we love everything we're doing, and I think that's a huge part of it. But all of the other little things, we are still kind of learning those. So, and yes, we are going to be doing the retreat next year. I just want to make sure everybody realizes that when you do attend one of our retreats and we are having it again the following year, the people who were at the first retreat get first dibs on space. Yep. So we will be offering that up to the people who had already attended the retreat. And then once we give them for like a week, you know, to book it. And then after that, we will open it to everyone else. So just letting y'all know that. And we are going to have that with the payment plans like we always do. And with it being a year out, you'll have plenty of time to pay it. You don't have to worry about, you know, paying it all at once or anything. So that's it. That's everything about the Washington. We had such a good time.
Yes. My favorite thing was just meeting all those ladies. They were so nice. Each and every one of them. I just loved everybody. Them all. So, everybody. And most of them were viewers. So we got to meet viewers, which was awesome. And I loved it. So
I got to hug everybody.
I know. I love warm hugs.
Yes, we're both big on hugs. So if you don't like hugs, you better tell us right away because we're going to attack you.
So speaking of retreats, we do have our retreat, like we were saying earlier, coming up here in PA in 3 weeks.
Yes.
We do have one spot left. So if you are interested, the link to our website is down below. So go ahead and take a look at that. We'd love to have you and we'd love to fill it. So that would be great if you're interested. So.
But most importantly, I'm telling y'all, I'm super stoked. I know that Stephanie is too. We are so excited about the retreat that we're going to have for New Year's. And that's going to be in Dahlonega, Georgia. We do still have spaces available there. So if you want to ring in the new year with some sewing and some lovely friends and perhaps some wine, I'm just saying.
There's going to be wine.
And look, if you don't drink wine, listen, nobody judges. Okay, so if you just want to have coffee, you're fine with that too. We're going to have sodas. We're going to have everything. And so we still have some spaces open. So if you haven't already booked a retreat with us, you really need to do it. And there's still time where you can be on a payment plan.
Yes.
So hit us up, go to the website, fill out the form for Steph, and we're gonna have a great time.
Yep. I can't
Yeah.
wait for all the upcoming retreats. It's going to be so much fun. So, and
Yeah.
Millersburg is an annual retreat that is sold out. I do have a wait list
Yeah.
going, but it is a big wait list at this point. So probably not going to get a spot if you haven't gotten one already.
Yeah.
So,
But we're gonna kind of stay in that area, I think. And pretty soon we're gonna have some more spaces and places that are gonna open up for next year. So we will, both of us, be sending out in our newsletters, when stuff like that comes open. And we're trying to find spaces where everybody wants to go, and where there will be some quilt shops available so we can all go and shop. I know we need that like another hole in the head, but you should see my stash over there, and I wasn't gonna buy nothing.
but what's more fun than shopping with your girlfriends? Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Enablers.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, it will be around the same time next year as it was this year, the Washington retreat.
Yes.
Marla said, are you driving to Georgia? Yes, I'm going to drive to the Georgia retreat just because air travel has been so crazy. It wasn't anywhere near as bad for me as it was for Yvette, but anywhere that I can go where I can drive, I'm going to.
Well, I'm going to have to fly because now I'm going to be living a million miles away.
Yeah. But I'm going to, because for one reason, I want to bring my straight stitch machine, and I can't take that on a plane. It's way too heavy, way too big. For two, I can bring more stuff, like as far as my own things, but also things for retreaters if I drive. So I'm going to drive. I'm driving to PA. I'm driving to Georgia. Obviously Millersburg, because it's right here. So Washington is one of the few, obviously, I can't drive to. So that would take me like 5 days to get there.
Yep.
So, and I'd be dead. I'd be like, sorry, have the retreat without me. I'm just going to sleep the whole time.
I'm telling you, that's kind of what I felt like that first night. I was like, what?
Plus, on top of it, every time I go on an airplane, like right now, I'm trying to not have to blow my nose, but I get sniffly. I've got a runny nose. I don't have like a full-blown cold, but I've got some kind of runny nose, sinusy junk. And no, I don't have COVID.
I know.
I get this every.
I came back and everybody's all like, "Oh, you got COVID?" I was like, "No, honestly, I did not get COVID, but I got that stupid cough again."
Right. I get
the
this
last time.
Right, and I get this every time I fly. I don't know if it's like the air in the cabin and I got this for years. I've been flying since I was 6 years old, and every time I fly, I get some like this runny nose thing. So, if I can avoid flying, I will.
You will.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Oh, Amy C said she'd like to come to the New Year's one. Awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
We're gonna have such a good time. Yes, I'm just like, I can't wait for that one. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy myself at all of them, you know that. Yes. But I'm just so super stoked. Stephanie and I had such a great time last year just being live for New Year's, right?
Yes.
And so I just think, oh my goodness, mind blown. We are going to have such a good time.
Yes.
I can't wait. I cannot think of a place I would rather be than with all you guys and Steph and, so we're going to, I can't wait.
Marla, that will work. You can ride with me, sweetheart. She's like, I can ride with you to all your retreats and help you drive. That'd be great. We'd love to have you. You know, we love you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the next thing I want to talk about is I have a little of announcement, and some of you have already been to my shop and figured it out because I heard the ding on my phone, which I'm super excited about, but I'm going to have you guys put in the chat below what you think this is. That's in my shop.
A bubble wrap bag.
A bubble wrap bag. I'll give you more of a hint.
Yay!
Yay! So my autumn project is in my Etsy shop now.
Yay!
Yay! I know a lot of you have been asking me for this, so
Oh,
it's in
God.
my shop. The link is in the description box below. Run. Go
Yep.
get it.
Awesome.
I'm
Awesome.
very excited about this one. I wrote the pattern. I showed it to Yvette and she likes it. So,
I like it.
and
Y'all
this
gonna
is
love it. It's
not,
great.
it's not a Halloween because I know a lot of you always ask me, is it Halloween? Is it fall? It's autumn. It's not Halloween. And it's actually not, the pattern's not really like, it could be any time of year, but the fabrics are autumn. So there's a hint.
Yep. If it were mine, then it would be Halloween. You know, it would be Halloween. Because I'm a big Halloween fan.
The fabrics are autumn colored, they're autumn themed, and I love them. They are definitely not fabrics I typically pick, but I absolutely love them. They came and they're such pretty rich colors. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get this out to you guys and sew it up. So yay.
Awesome.
Okay, the other things that I have to show you is I have some new things in my shop that just came in. Well, a few of them I've had some of the pre-cuts and there's more of them coming. So the buttercup and slate that's on the wall behind me, I've just got a few of the pre-cuts behind me. So this is the buttercup and slate from Corey Yoder.
It's really
But there's
pretty.
more coming because these were the sample ones. And there's yardage coming. So that will be here in a few weeks. But I got literally today, I got 2 boxes from Moda. I got all of the Country Rose pre-cuts, the new Lella Boutique line. And I will show you guys, I'm not going to take that apart, that layer cake, but I've got layer cakes, jelly rolls, fat eighth bundle, fat quarter bundles. So I actually made, this is the other thing I made in Washington. I used the Country Rose fat quarter bundle and I made a couple blocks.
Very
So there's
nice.
one.
I bought myself a fat quarter bundle of that too.
Yes,
so
this fabric is so pretty. It's just, it's very sweet. It's just a sweet fabric line. So there's 2 of the blocks. I'm going to continue on that, but I have to wait for the background fabric to come in because I only had 1 fat quarter of the background from the fat quarter bundle, and I had enough to do 2 blocks. So I made those.
And what was this for? I'm like very confused.
Oh, that's just a quilt that I'm working on. I found it,
oh, okay.
I actually found the pattern in one of the quilting magazines and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. That would be really cute in Country Rose. So those are that Country Rose. All the pre-cuts that I'm getting are in my shop now. There is yardage coming still. I believe it's shipping in the next couple weeks. The pre-cuts have been coming before all the yardage lately, which is interesting. So
yeah, it used to be the other way around.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think it's interesting because
yeah, it's weird.
They use their yardage to cut the pre-cut. So, okay, but that's fine. Okay, so then the other line that I got, and I got 2 more lines in, is Blizzard Blues by Moda. And there's no designer. This is from the Moda Design House. It's all like, it's a winter line. It's all blues. And it's got like snow, branches. I think there's some reindeer on some of it. It's just really pretty winter line.
Is it metallic?
No, it's not metallic.
Okay.
No.
Because sometimes that doesn't come through whenever you have it.
Yeah, no, that one's not metallic. You're right. You're good question to ask though. And then today, literally an hour, I got 2 boxes today. I got a FedEx and I got a UPS. The UPS came this morning with that. And then this afternoon, like an hour before we went live, I got Christmas Stitched by Fig Tree.
Nice.
From Moda. So these are in my shop, fat quarter bundles, fat eighth bundles, charm packs. So if you're here watching today, write this down. I'm giving everybody 15% off all these pre-cuts, just pre-cuts. Now through Monday, if you use the code word retreat, RETREAT, and you have to type it in. If you don't type it in at checkout, you don't get the discount. So 15% off. Yay. So those are all the new things in my shop.
Awesome.
Head on over and check it out and check out the autumn box. So, I feel like I've been talking a lot.
That's unusual for you.
I know. Okay, and Yvette, if you guys know she's moving to Denver. She's going to be gone
sooner than we thought.
Yeah. He's going to be
Just found
gone.
out.
He's going to be gone September 3rd and the 10th, which are Saturdays with Steph. So I decided that while she's gone, because she's got a lot going on, that we would sew up an autumn pattern that I came up with. And I will put information about that on my website and let you guys know next Saturday, the link to find the fabric requirements and all that. I'm not going to do any kits for it. Just use your stash. It'll be free patterns, so you're not going to pay for anything. Just come and sew along with me on the 3rd and 10th because I'll be here by myself.
I'll be there in spirit.
That's right, she will.
I will.
So next week I'll give you guys the link to that, and the 3rd we'll get started. So it's just a cute little, pumpkins and fall leaves, and I'm in the fall mood this year. I'm really in the autumn mood. It was so hot this summer, like unusually hot, that I'm ready for like nice, cooler weather, pumpkins, apples. So we're gonna do all the fall things.
We're ready.
Yep.
I'm being attacked for snacks.
Oh.
So I have a couple things, if I'm allowed to talk about them.
Absolutely.
So the first thing that I'd like to talk about is I'm going to be doing, and so you guys, I mean, I know that I'm already kind of a flibbertigibbet sometimes, but I may be asking for a tiny little bit of leeway while I'm doing this next thing I'm going to talk about, because we were trying to ask the buyers of our home if they would extend our closing to the end of October, but unfortunately they can't do that. So I have to move by October 8th, which okay, like it is behind me, it's like that in my whole house. We haven't packed a darn thing. Of course, we're trying to pay somebody to like move us, period. But yeah, but I'm going to be doing the 2022 mini series sew along with Allison Glass and Juicy Juice. And if you don't want to watch me, I'm going to be very sad and crying, but there are going to be plenty of people, I'm sure, who are going to be doing it. I did this a couple of years ago, and I have a playlist if you want to go and like check out what those first 8 blocks are going to be like, because it's the same 8, and then they've added an additional 4. And all of these patterns are for sale in my shop if you would like to purchase them. And you just go to theyvetterenee.com. And if you type in mini series in the bar, then you'll get all of the patterns. There are 12 of them all together. I've had lots of questions about what size they are. The thing is that all of the patterns, you can decide what size you want them to be. So you can go anywhere from all the way down to like something crazy like 7/8 of an inch. Why you would want to do that, I don't know.
Oh my goodness, that's tiny.
I know, right? But this is what Juicy Juice says. He says it right on there. All the way up to like 7 5/8 or something like that. So any size you want, you can kind of make. And also you can always make the bigger one. And then if you decide that you don't want it to be that big, just cut it down. I mean, so you can decide to do that. And so I'm going to be having a little sew along, and I have sent out a newsletter with all of the details. You can also find all of the details on AllisonGlass.com. In fact, I suggest that you go there and register, because yes, registration is $10, but you get a participation patch. You get, and make sure that you sign up, click the little box that says I want the newsletter, because if you don't do that, then you won't get all the information, and then you won't get anything. I mean, you won't be able to fill out the form to get your participation patch or anything like that. But you'll get a participation patch. You'll get all of the newsletters saying, what's going on. There are loads of shops who are all sponsoring them, and I am one of them. There's one, I think that like every week that they have, every week there are shops who are giving like I had to give a $50 gift card. And so they're going to be doing giveaways while they're doing that. And then at the end, I think a couple years ago, you had to have like an actual project finished with all of the blocks in it. But this year, all you have to do is show that you've completed all the blocks. And then you'll also get a finisher's pin. And so that was like really great. We got that a couple years ago too. So the $10 does go for your patch, your pin, and the shipping, and then all of the administrative work that goes on behind the scenes with them. So that's totally worth it.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yes. And I wanted to let everybody know that just today, before we came on here, I got the butterfly quilt kit.
Ooh,
and
that's pretty.
Yes, this is all Tula Pink. And these are $240. You get all of the fabric for a quilt that finishes at 88 by 94. So it's a huge quilt. This is fabric only. So if you don't have the pattern already, you can also buy the pattern from me. Okay, so I have both of these. This is in my shop right this second. Like I said, this just came in the door. So I'm going to go and put it in the shop right after we are off the live. So before this evening, you should be able to buy this if you're interested. I only have 4 of them. So there you go. If you want to get one, you should go real quick. So that way you do get them. But it's really, really nice.
It's so pretty. Those colors are stunning.
I was so excited when I got it because even though I knew what the fabrics were that were going to come. I mean, when I saw, just look at, let me take it out of this.
Oh,
this one is mine, so I still don't want to like mess it all up, but let me show you.
While you're opening that really quick, somebody asked, does Dark Flight starts tomorrow? It actually starts Monday. And the instructions, she said, will be emailed or on Facebook. Neither. They're at Forward Fabric Studios website, and the link is in my description box down below. You can click it and save their site to your favorites. That way you can go there every Monday to get the patterns. Okay, go ahead.
No, this is it. These are all the fabrics. Beautiful. I just want to show you. It's the fabrics are just to die for.
Those blues alone would grab me.
Oh, I know. So you get everything for the top and the binding, I think.
Yeah.
And then, you just have to buy your own backing and the batting, obviously. But what else was I going to say? Well, poop. I don't remember what I said. I'll say. But it's going to be really cool. So those are the things I got going on right now in the middle of trying to move. And
a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna start cracking with those patterns. But you can go and, like I said, you can go and check out the videos that I had from a couple years ago, and the ones that are on there. Those will be sort of a repeat, but every week, whenever we are sewing, you'll have one of the older ones and then one of the newer ones with it, or the new one with it, so that it'll, it won't be like completely, I've already seen all this,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. So cool.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, that's a lot considering you're also moving in there. So lots of fun.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Teresa, I'm moving. I am moving.
Oh, hey, Teresa. Good to see you. I know she's not been around too much lately, but good to see you again. She's moving to Denver. So she's going to be closer to you, Teresa.
A little bit.
I waved when I went over Idaho. I don't know if you saw me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Does Jim's company move you? Mary wants to know.
Yeah. Yeah, they move us.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well,
yeah, so
I've talked.
Right?
Yeah.
We're all talked out now. And so, look, we're right at like an hour. That's like perfect.
I know. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat now. We'd be happy to answer some questions.
Yeah.
Because I had a whole list of stuff and I've gone through them all except for one thing. But I just want to tell you guys really quick. I can't tell you everything yet. I'm gonna have probably an announcement video out later this week for look for that. But you guys know I've been opening Pastry Shop Quilt subscription box. Sherry from Pastry Shop Quilt, she's the owner. She's amazing. She writes almost all of her own patterns and kits everything up. She does a fabulous job, and she's come up with a block of the month. And I'm going to be sewing that along for her, kind of like I do with Fort Worth Fabric Studio. I can't give you all the details yet. I will have those in the next week, so look for my announcement video so you can go over and grab her kit and pattern and sew along with me. But that will be coming up soon too, and it's really, really good. She did a great job with the patterns. I'm loving what I see so far, and I can't wait to share the details with you guys. So that'll be coming up this week. Lots of fun sewing, just in time for winter when we can't really go outside as much.
Sorry.
Amy said, Yvette, did the Sunshine Daydream kit happen to come yet?
The Sunshine Daydream. I don't. Is that the one? I don't have that. I've got the butterfly quilt with the fabrics. That the Sunshine one I do not have yet.
Okay. Let's see. Will I be doing a sew along for the autumn box? Well, I would like to start it after our retreat on a Saturdays with Steph, but I think that Yvette's going to be very occupied moving.
Yeah.
So I probably will do it. I will probably end up having to do it without her. Oh, but there's no way she can do it. I know that. I'm gonna give. She's gonna get a kit, but she's not probably gonna be able to sew it with us. But yes, I can sew it here on Saturdays with Steph if you guys like. So, Christmas morning, will there be companion pieces this year? That was last year's fabric line from Lella Boutique. So no, if that's what you mean, or are you talking about a different fabric line and maybe just the names are mixed up? But no, that's now I did find out from a little birdie that Lella is coming out with another Christmas fabric line next year. I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet. It's not released for anybody to see, but I got a whisper of that. So
how did you get a whisper of that?
I connected, girl.
Right. Okay.
I know.
Tell me later.
We won't get to see it for another month or so, but I can't wait to see what it looks like because Christmas morning was gorgeous. So I can't. I'm like, yes, please.
Agree. Yes.
Yeah. Teresa said, now you have to look for another new job. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, yeah. I'm not even thinking about that right now, to be honest with you. But yes, I've got all the things to do. I'm going to be buying a house in a couple of weeks.
I
have like a week to find a house. And then I'm not even really sure like if we're going to have a home after we close. It depends on how soon I can get the other people to close. And so, I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on there. Wait, baby, hold on.
Okay. Laura asked how many
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. How many attended Washington? We had 9. Another person asked, and I don't recognize your name, so I'm sorry, but it's capital K and then capital LWQ. Hi, welcome, because I don't think I've seen you here before. Was wondering what both you prefer for your batting. So I use Quilter's Dream exclusively. I love their batting. I love that they're an all-American company. I just feel like their batting stitches up consistently and really nicely every single time. I use either 100% cotton or 80-20 for customers, but personally for myself, I use mostly bamboo. I love bamboo batting. So that's what I use. Quilter's Dream.
I use Quilter's Dream, bamboo. or if I'm just doing like a wall hanging, then 100% cotton.
Yeah. Okay, Francis said, hi, Francis. I can't participate in a timely manner for the Juicy Juice sew along, but if I join, will the videos be saved for later?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. And you can even go and see, like I said, the first 8, they are going to be doing again. So you can go to my YouTube channel, and on my channel, you'll see where it says near the top somewhere, it says playlists. If you click on playlists and look for mini series, that's the one from a couple of years ago. So you can see me sewing those first 8 blocks there right now.
Awesome. And so are you just going to make videos of the new ones then?
No, I'll do them all.
Oh, okay.
I'm still deciding what I want my fabric to be. Because I should, I need to kind of prep for that before they start hauling all my fabric away. And
yeah.
And so yeah, I'm going to be doing completely different fabric to what I did before. I think before I used the 2019 Sunprint, Sunprint 2019. I think is what I used. So.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Marla said, just ordered the Fort Worth Fabric Studio Mystery Kit. Awesome. Amy said, Yvette, I was hoping maybe you were lucky and got it with the butterfly kit. Oh, okay. That other kit she's looking for.
Oh, no. I don't even know. The way everything is, it's crazy. It's crazy. I will tell you guys about, because I do see a couple of questions about the bamboo. The one from Quilter's Dream, I do not think that it's got silk in it. It's just bamboo. And the great thing about the bamboo, in my opinion, and the reason why I use it in all my quilts, is because it has this wonderful drape. And I just like how it makes my quilts feel.
Yeah.
And anytime that you're putting your batting in, it's a very personal decision, just like whenever you're choosing fabric. I mean, everybody has a reason why they choose what they choose. Before I discovered bamboo, I always used 100% cotton.
Yeah.
And I just like the breathability of cotton. I always liked how it quilted up. I really loved that. And then when I discovered bamboo, I find that it's better, like I said, because of the drape. I also feel like it quilts up nice. And so when I wash it, I wash everything. Now, everybody does this differently too. I wash mine all the time on hot and high heat. That's what I do to wash and dry. Personal thing. I like my quilts to pucker. So when you wash it with the bamboo, I find that it puckers nicely. It looks great. And the drape is good. It feels really good on your body. So those are my reasons. Yeah.
I love the drape. I can tell the difference right away when I take something off a long arm, if it's bamboo or like a poly cotton. It just, the weight is about the same as the poly cotton, I feel, but it just, like, you pick it up and you can, it's not, when you take some quilts off the long arm,
they're real stiff,
until you wash them, they're really stiff. Not like that with bamboo. You take it off and you could just wrap it around you like a hug. It's just, like she said, the drape is amazing. It's warm but lightweight at the same time. So I love the bamboo.
Yeah, and it just gets better and better every time you wash it, every time.
Let's see.
Hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi to us.
Yes, send me an email. That works. I can't pronounce her name. Miss Perlin from Australia. I don't want to butcher your name, hun.
I think it's Philippa.
Philippa. I thought
or
so
maybe
too.
It's Philippa, but I think it's Philippa. I think it is.
Philippa, if that's we're saying your name correctly. Yes, send me an email. And she was also asking about the retreat in Washington. So there will be 11 spots.
Yes. And so it depends on how many people come back. And then we will open up whatever's left.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's not real puffy, Amy.
No, it's not fluffy.
It's not puffy.
But like Yvette said, it washes up really nicely, and I love the way it feels. So
I do too. Yeah.
Orient was their old Quilter's Dream used to be called bamboo used to be called Quilter's Dream Orient. They have now removed Orient and just call it bamboo. It's a PC thing, so they changed, but it's if you find Quilter's Dream Orient, it's the same thing that we're talking about. They just now call it Quilter's Dream Bamboo. So the old packaging, which just switched over, so you'll probably still find some in stores that carry Quilter's Dream, may say Orient, but it's the bamboo. So
yeah.
Okay. Looking to see if there's any other questions that I missed, because there was a lot of people talking, which is awesome.
I know.
So I'd love it when you guys all talk. That's so
I know.
great.
I do too. I do too. I'm hoping I don't miss anything. If we miss anything, please repeat it.
Repeat it. Yeah.
And this is not a being like I'm fussing at anybody, but if you want us to see it, then you have to type our names exactly as it is.
Yeah.
So like if for me, you have to put at the Yvette Renee all run together. And then for Stephanie, you have to put, I don't know, what are we calling you now? I'm like so confused. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Quilting with Stephanie Stitches.
Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. And if you're on a computer, I do know that if you start typing in like quilting, it'll pop up and then you can click on it and then you don't have to finish typing the whole thing. But that's, if you don't do that, if you don't type it exactly like that, it does not highlight for us. And so we don't see it unless, because I mean, we're trying to scroll through and see all the comments from you guys. I just wanted to point that out. So if we miss it, it could be because if you just put at Yvette, I'm not going to see that unless I'm, nitpicky looking. So just letting y'all know.
Hello. So yes, here in the comments. Nice to see you. Pamela's saying good night. It's her husband's birthday, so they're going to a movie. I hope you have a great time.
Yay. Sherry, I wash everything super hot and I dry super hot. I don't care what kind of batting it is, everything same.
Yeah, I
wash.
I was gonna say I just washed a quilt for the first time the other day. My kids spilled something on it. So I put it in hot with some stain stick and it came out beautifully. It was bamboo, so it was fine. So yeah.
Wanda, the cats are going to be in the car.
Okay.
I can't afford to buy them all a seat. And I will never put a cat in a cargo hold. So yeah. I know that there are some people who can, if you have a small enough animal, I don't think it's that bad to like be able to put them under the seat in front of you. Mm-hmm. But our cats are too big for that. They would not be comfortable. And so I just would never do that. So we're going to be taking them in the car. And they'll probably take us like a good 3 days to drive. Yeah. So we'll probably have to stay like in Airbnbs or something, someplace where it's okay for us to have them. And
plus, like you said, you have 4. It's not like you have 1 cat, right?
Right.
I mean, that's a lot, Yeah. I can't even imagine taking
kids. Like with babies, I think that they'll let you hold them, but they won't do that with cats.
No, and I can't even imagine getting 4 cats through TSA.
We'd have to keep flying back and forth. Who's gonna stay with the cats?
How many cats do you have exactly?
I know, right?
That'd be crazy. Yeah. So yeah. I thought I saw another question, but I missed it now.
And that was perfect, Wanda. I saw that. I'm all highlighted. I can see it. It says at the Yvette Renee, and it's all in orange.
Yeah, you guys can't see it on your end, but for us, like
you won't see it on your end, but when it's done, correctly, I will see it for sure. And that's the same thing when you're tagging each other. No one else is going to see the orange, but if you're like, let's say you're tagging Rich Rudley, because his name just popped out, then he will see it in orange. No one else will. So it's working. If you type it
just
in,
makes it a
Yeah.
lot easier for us to see comments, especially when there's a lot going by, because it
Yeah.
really pops off the screen at us. So yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bald eagle who goes through TSA. What?
What? Where'd you see that?
Mary
Oh,
just wrote
Mary
that.
says there's a bald eagle who goes through TSA.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I'm always the crazy person who's like, you know, somebody's coming down the aisle and you could tell that they have like their little dog with them or something. I'm like, sit by
Yeah.
me, sit by me, sit by me. And they never do. They're always like way in the back or something. I'm
Oh my
like,
goodness.
darn it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Marla
Yvette,
says they will be stressed for a while, but all the changes, but should be okay. Yeah. We moved across the country with our first two cats. And they actually traveled just fine. So they were named Patches and Cosmo. Now Mo, he like totally shut down. Like he did the whole time. He did, and I think this is normal though. If you go look it up, they don't eat, they don't drink, they typically don't, you know, use the litter box or anything until like when you stop and you get out and everything is, then like normal function will come back. And it was quite interesting actually, because so that was him, and then Patches, she was more like Jelly Bean. And so I had them out in the car because Jim was driving the U-Haul. We didn't have that much back then. And then and I had the two cats. And so like Mo's in the back, he's just chilling. And then Patches, she's all over the place. She's in the window. She's looking at people. She's like walking up to the front of and she's like walking in front of the car. And I'm going, you got to stop that. Get out. I can't see, you know? But that was really great. And so these kids though, they cry the whole time. But of course, every time they've been in the car, they've gone to the vet. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do, if I have some time, is I'm going to like get them in the car and just drive them around, like, and not go to the vet, you know, and see if I can kind of get them to, you know, yeah.
Somebody asked again if you're taking a little sweetie. Well, Yvette this week just found out that little sweetie is actually a boy named Steve, and he belongs to the neighbor. So unless she's kidnapping him, then no.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? He still comes here every morning and night for dinner and breakfast. And I feed him. I mean, you know, if he's coming, I'm going to keep feeding him. But now that I know his name's Steve, I open the door and I'm like, hey, Steve Arini. I see you coming over here. I'm like, what you gonna do when I leave? Where you gonna eat? You're gonna have to eat whatever mama puts down for you. And we might give them the little house.
Somebody from said, nice to see so many friends here. Wish I was as good a quilter as Steph. Oh, thank you.
So is here. Oh my goodness.
I know. So on to that a little bit. I do have a little bit of something I want to tell you guys. I'm really excited, and I don't like to talk about myself a whole lot or brag, but you guys know I got the first place on the Springbrook Blossoms quilt. Well, I put 4 other things into our local fair, and 4 things went in, and all 4 got a ribbon. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Proud of myself.
We're all pretty proud of you. You do such beautiful work. Though. Look at the quilt behind you now.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
So I'm gonna when I get those back tomorrow, so I'll take a picture of them and post it for you guys to see. But I was there's a lot of quilts that I live in the Midwest, as you guys know. I live in Ohio, so it's a big quilting area. So anytime I put anything in a show here, I don't ever expect anything, because there's places I've been and there's a quilt show that's judged and there's 15 quilts, right? Our fair usually has 200 quilts. So I go in it just to put them in, and I never even think I'm going to win anything. And every piece I put in got a ribbon. So I'm pretty proud of that.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
You should be.
Thank you.
Totally should be.
So Let's see. Trying to see if there's any other questions. Oh, thank you guys. You all are so sweet. I love you all. On that note, I think I'm all talked out. I don't know if you are.
I just don't have anything else to talk about, you know,
I
that's
don't
really
either.
interesting because I'm just moving. That's it. I mean, you know, that's feels like my entire life right now. So yeah,
Yes.
no, that's
Yeah,
it.
Tamala, they're at the fair until tomorrow night. The fair closes tomorrow. So if you're going to the fair tomorrow, yeah, she's local. So they're on display there. But
So if you guys are coming to the Pennsylvania retreat, there's still time for you to go to my shop and buy t-shirts. I have t-shirts, I have long sleeve, I think I have long sleeve shirts, I have some hoodies, and there's some notebooks that look like this.
those are so cute.
And
Oh, did
we
you
have
you showed them the tote bags already, right?
1 second, I have
I
mine.
can grab mine. It's right here.
Okay, you show yours.
It's so cute.
And we also have, I hope you guys can still hear me. We have stickers that you can buy if you want, that are really cute too. This is the 3x3 size. You can also get 4x4 or 5x5, depending on what you like. And they're the tote bags.
Isn't
They
that
are super
cute? And it's
cute.
black inside, which is cool.
Yep. And it says together we sew on both sides.
And I took this to the fabric store and I told Yvette, once I fill it, I'm done. I did that on
That's
the
what
first
I
day.
tried to say too, but that didn't work.
But then I went back the second day and got those couple other people, so that put me over. But
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so and I went ahead and I put in the shop lots of different colors of shirts. So at first I only had the white ones in because I thought it looked really cute, and it did look really cute, but then I was just like, well, okay, I could go. But if you order them today or pretty soon around now, you should be you'll definitely get them before the retreat, so you'll have them in time. And
yes,
definitely if you're coming to Georgia,
yeah, you have plenty of time.
plenty of time to get them. And it's cute stuff. So I think you guys be very, very happy with the stuff that's in there.
Oh, somebody asked me how Sarah did with her drawing. She didn't get a ribbon this time. They only gave out in the drawings. They only gave out first and second place, which was a little. Every other category in the fair was like first through fourth. So I thought that was kind of funny. But there's plenty. It's not like they didn't have enough drawings, but she didn't ribbon, but I'm so proud of her for even having the guts to do that and put it out there at her age. And the one that won was this drawing of a lion, and it was like, I couldn't believe that was done by a 13 or 14-year-old, because she was in the 13 and 14-year-old category. I'm like, are you sure? Because it really looked like, I'm sure it was, but I'm just saying it looked like a professional person drew it. So it was really cool. And then I forget what the other drawing was. And hers was like, I don't know if they lined them up in order, like of what they would have been, but hers was like the third in line after that. So I don't know if hers would have been third, if they would have given third place ribbons, but I'm just so proud of her for, putting herself out there and putting it in. And, I got a picture of her standing next to it and she's smiling. So that's all that matters. And she did great. Her picture is beautiful. I will, we're getting it back tomorrow, like the quilts. So I'll show you guys, maybe next Saturday, I'll show you guys her picture. So I think it looks fabulous. I might be a little biased, but I do think it's fabulous.
You might be, but I've seen other things that she drew and she's really good.
Yeah.
She is. Jackie, my cats are Jelly Bean, Sammy. Jelly Bean is all one word. Sammy is Sami. Smudge, we call him Smudgy, but Smudge, and Spooky Scout.
I will tell her that you guys are saying you're proud of her too for entering. I am so proud of her.
I'm so proud of you because you just have started doing it. And, I know that you don't expect to win. Nope. I mean, I don't think any of us should put anything in expecting to win, although we should all be, hopeful that our things will do well. But I've seen probably not everything you've ever done, but I've been to your house. I've seen a lot of the things you've done. Everything you do is just beautiful. So you should have confidence in yourself, because you really do a really great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you do beautiful work. So
my aunt is the one who pushed me to put stuff in, because there was a show this last spring and she was like, put something in. I was like, no, I can't. I'm not good enough. And I went to that show with her and I saw some of the things in there and she's like, see, yours are on par with these things. And I was like, okay. So she kind of pushed me and gave me the confidence to put stuff in. So I tried the Springbrook Blossoms quilt. That was my first one that I tried to like do a big quilt. Last year when Yvette was here visiting me, I did put a small wall hanging in the fair. But my first big quilt that I've ever done was the Springbrook Blossoms, and then I put those other ones in our fair. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. So
yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see Nancy's asking about the mystery boxes.
Yeah.
Nancy, I have every intention of it, but honestly, it's going to be about time. And right now I'm still working. Part of me feels like I should just put my foot down and tell my husband I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. And then that would give me time to cut more so that I would have less to bring and all of that. But I don't know. My goal is to try to get at least another 20 done, but I simply don't know if I'll be able to do that. I have so many commitments. And now that I know that we have to move by October 8th, that's putting another, restraint on me. And if it has to wait until I'm in Denver, then it may even be a little bit longer, because then I have to wait for it to all be unpacked and all of that. So just make sure that you guys send me, if you go on the YvetteRenee.com to where the mystery box is, if you click on it to look at the item, it'll say notify me, where it would normally say, like add to cart. And so if you click on that, give me your email address, an email comes to me, and I have an entire folder that is dedicated to the people who are going to be emailed when the boxes are ready, before anyone else knows about them. Okay. Now, yes, you do need to get on over there and get it if you want it. It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a box. It just means I will definitely email you right away. And so I can't really guarantee. I would love to have more cut and sent out before I go, but I really just don't know. Yeah. If I have those emails, you'll definitely be the first ones to know about it. And Nancy, I do have an email from you. So you
guys have to understand this poor girl's schedule. Not only is she still working, because somebody earlier did ask if you're still working. Yes, she's still working. She not only is doing that, but she's basically having to figure out this whole move on her own, because her husband's already traveling all over the place, going back and forth. On top of it, she's got to go for a week out in Denver to go find a house. And right when she gets back, we're literally a couple days later going to our next retreat. And then she has 2 weeks until she moves. So I don't know how she's doing it and not like falling apart.
I don't either. I think I'm just kind of floating along on a cloud right now.
Yeah. So she's going to try her best, but
Dorlin, I'm not going to be that far from Denver. We're probably looking as far out as like Aurora, and then like up high. I think Littleton is north or something. So we're kind of going in that sort of a radius. My husband's job is directly in Denver, but we are not going to live directly in Denver. We're going to be in a suburb. But I do know where Colorado Springs is. That's a lot further south than we are moving. So we're not going to be in Colorado Springs. I can tell you that.
Yeah. But you're still not that far from her. Not like you are now.
That's still not that far. That's right.
Yes,
we can like meet really coffee. Cool. You know who I am.
Yep. Norlin was
Norlin
attended our Millersburg retreat last year and came all the way from Colorado, which was amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
So now you know somebody in Colorado.
I do. And there's another lady who wants to like come and meet for coffee, and I don't remember who it is. I'm so sorry if it's you, but I'm definitely up for all of that. You know, once we're settled in, I'm totally up for all of that. Yeah,
That's cool.
absolutely.
Plus, they can show you some things around the area, probably like quilt shops and things like that.
Rich said he's going to send me a gallon of wine. I'm kidding. He didn't say he was going to send it. Oh, is Littleton South? Okay, sorry about that. I listen. We're looking all around. So, maybe I'm thinking of like. I know there's a town I think called Centennial, and then there's like Commerce City is north, I think. Yeah, maybe that's it. So, anyways, yes.
Yes, Rich, she is going to need a gallon of wine, and I will help her drink it.
Yes, you will. Because we definitely drink the same wine. We drink wine. We drink margaritas too, just in case anybody's wondered.
Yes.
We might have had a couple margaritas after the last retreat.
It was a good thing we did
before all my flights were canceled.
I know. I was gonna say it wouldn't have been so funny that your flights were canceled if we didn't have a couple of margaritas making us giggle, right?
I know, right? I know. And we're trying to like stay awake throughout the whole thing. Steffi's like, wake up. Yeah. I'm like, oh crap.
Oh goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the good thing about all that crazy is now we have some funny stories to remember. So
we sure do. So and we'd love to make memories with all of you guys. So please come and check out our retreats. We'd love to have you there. Yep. And I think we're gonna go for now. And
definitely
I'm gonna go while I'm thinking of it. I'm gonna go put one of these stickers on my new sewing machine. That's what I was thinking. It's gonna be my inaugural sticker.
That's so fun. I need one.
I have two. I think is this two? Yeah, I think I got two. So I was gonna bring you one to PA.
I can put it on my machine.
I got one for you and one for me.
Awesome. Because
I got you a notebook too. So this is it's gonna be a surprise, but you know me and trying to surprise people.
I know. Well, I've been looking for a sticker to put on my machine right here, so that's perfect.
Awesome. So there you go. Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, we'll sew something next week. I will put out, stuff on all the social media. You guys know social media. Plus, I have my UFO update and the pastry shop announcement will be coming out. So sometime this week, I'll let you guys know what's going on as far as what we're going to do at Saturdays with Steph. I definitely want to sew up that autumn project that I came up with. You'll use your stash.
That sounds good.
You'll use your stash. The patterns will be free. I'm not kidding this one just because we've had a lot going on and I didn't get a chance to like get fabric and all that stuff. So sew your stash and it'll be fun. So
it will be fun.
All right. Well, it was nice chatting with everybody. It was kind of nice to take a day off from sewing and just chit chat with y'all. So
yes, we had a lot to talk about.
Yes, thank you for coming by and thank you so much for chatting with us. And have a great week. And I'll see you all soon.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching us.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.